from his own tenants, and it's not just a property manager, he's a pastor.
Hey, it's Be About Them Facts again. And I thought since it was Sunday and some of us may not have went to church that I will go over this with you, with us together, and see if we can have a little church with this. Let's see if we can be righteous about what we're about to see. Let's see. Let's look at this together. This is Pastor, Reverend Dr. Deacon, Reverend Dr. Antonio Woodard. Let's talk about it. So he's still a pastor. He stole from the people, stole from the property, and he's still preaching, "Thou shalt not steal." To his members. Okay. All right. Now, we don't have heaven and hell to put nobody in. Well, that we can't do. We ain't the judge. So, okay. So I have another guy who is doing a reaction on Mr. Woodard. Let's see what he has to say.
Antonio Woodard is the current pastor at Living Purpose Christian Church. Take a breath. Living Christian Church. Okay. Has since been arrested and charged with... Now, Pastor Antonio Woodard is the current pastor at Living Purpose Christian Church. Take a breath. Living Purpose Christian Church. Okay. All right, y'all. Now, you all heard in the news clip where the current property manager, Jared Moran, said that there is a special place, and she wasn't talking about outer space, for the pastor because of what he did to those tenants. Now, many of those, well, most of those tenants they're on fixed income, low income housing. And for someone to do that to them, I totally understand her frustration. And I'm sure many of you understand her frustration as well, because when you are a property manager, when you mess with people's money, those tenants are going to come to the rent office and they are going to take out their anger and frustration on whoever is in that office.
Now, y'all know we going in that office and we going to act the donkey. we going to clown up in that office. If I rent, y'all talking about putting us out and I done paid my money and you had this crooked. Yeah, okay.
Now, when I did my research on this pastor and his church, they are in the Cordova area. This pastor has a nice sized church and he has a pretty decent amount of people that come to his church, and he is there with his wife. He also sings on the praise team, and they have a nice, music ministry there. And looking at the church and how the pastor dressed, him and his wife, they're kind of flashy, and you would think that, okay, they would get a good salary from the church. Why would you have to take money from these tenants at the Washington Manor apartments in South Memphis? Now, I know some of you all may say, well, Dawson, if he wasn't a pastor, this wouldn't even be a story. Not true. There are several stories out there of property managers that have been accused of stealing money from their tenants. Several. Google it. Find it yourself. I did. And managers that have been accused of stealing money from their tenants. Several. Google it. Find it yourself. I did. And the fact that this man is a pastor, well, people they trusted him more because they thought he's a pastor. We know where his church is. He has a wife, he has a family. He wouldn't do anything to us. Maybe he probably got that position because he was a pastor. So we have to look at that side of it as well. Some of you are saying, well, Dawson, what about the tenants? Are you serious that they gave someone a blank money order? And I agree with you all 100%. It is silly to give someone a blank money order, but this is what I'm thinking, that these people knew this man was a pastor. He has a pretty nice-sized church. I'm sure a lot of people go there. It's a pretty decent-sized church. They probably knew this man was a pastor, and whatever he told them, they trusted him. Was it smart? No, but they trusted this man because he was a pastor. Now, in the beginning of this, never give anyone a blank money order. You all that I'm doing this for educational purposes, and the education is never give anyone a blank money order. or a check. Never. Because they can sign anything in that pay of order to. And say, well, Dawson, that's common sense. Well, obviously, come on, y'all. I mean, point in case, like, really, do we need to talk? I mean, come on, y'all. This is what you do? This is what you do to people in the community. Now, I'm glad that the...
All I'm going to say is, don't trust Eddie Long. That ain't Eddie Long. Woodard. Don't trust the lying preacher. Don't trust nobody who tells you to give them a blank money order for nothing. Say, do them like that. Say, Miss Fee said, That ain't how we do that. That ain't how we do that. Homie, don't play that. Do right by people. Stop hustling everybody. Stop being conniving, manipulative, and deceitful. Period. Especially people that you already know have fixed incomes. How dare you, being a man of God, misuse your position like that, Mr. Woodard? How dare you?